This is Scarlett Smith, and I'm here with Cliff Notes. And we're bringing you the Citizen Report. So you were saying something about Chad Ochocinco Johnson?
Oh, that's who it was, wasn't it? It's not Terrell Owens, it's Ocho Cinco. Ooh. No, who is it? What does it say right here in the press? Which one of these jokers is it? I didn't even consider it newsworthy, to tell you the truth.
Well, it's gone off the front page now. Now we have
PSA?
Popeye was supposed to be a one-off character in Olive Oil's comic strip. Oh, that's interesting. So Olive Oil was the main character, but Popeye was more popular, so it became Doot Doot, Popeye the Sailor Man. Stop 114A. So let's find out what 114A has to do with education. You are guilty of posting defamatory content online, but I'm innocent. Prove you didn't post it. Internet Blackout Day, the 14th of August. That's that's tomorrow. Find out how this law threatens your right to use the internet in Malaysia. Malaysia. Well, I know you're probably thinking, why should I care about what's happening in Malaysia? Well, things that happen elsewhere tend to come around to happen here.
All right.
So,
Cliff Notes here.
yes,
I'm going to give you a little editorial on that.
great. Let's hear it.
All right. Countries, boundaries, freedoms. Freedoms right now are the internet, because you can go anywhere you want on the internet. And the powers that be have figured that out, and they figured out information is going to be shared, and they're trying to stop it. Because if they don't, then suddenly everyone will know the gig's up and that there are other ways to do things. So, that's my editorial on internet.
So you're giving an opinion in the news.
Yeah, it's my editorial. In the
That's
middle.
Cliff Notes commentary.
Right, Walter Cronkite did that at the end of the news all the time. I just did it in the middle.
So that was Cliff Notes' take on Stop 114A Internet Blackout Day. So if you want to participate in stopping them from squashing the internet freedoms in Malaysia, which they're also trying to do here, you can participate in the Internet Blackout Day. This is an article from the Citizen Report.
They're trying to do it everywhere. That's what this whole business about copyright infringements.
This was brought to us by the Center for Independent Journalism.
Citizen journalism at its best, folks.
Yes.
All right, so, anything else interesting in there? I see that Drew Carey slept in his Volkswagen, but I don't really find that interesting.
Right. That's
Not Drew Carey. Oh, I'm so bad with this. Jim Carey.
okay. Gonna get what do you call that? When people defamatory, defaming the wrong person.
I didn't defame him.
Okay.
Defaming would have been to say afterwards Drew Carey couldn't have fit in a Volkswagen. See, that would have been not a thing to say. fact, I realized it wasn't Drew Carey, but Jim Carrey.
So this is interesting.
Okay.
This is something that big media tends to do, advertise themselves. So in the middle of the closing ceremony of the Olympics, NBC decides to put a preview of their animal practice in the middle of the closing ceremonies and pissed off a bunch of people, according to the Hollywood Reporter.
I bet they did. What made them think that was tasteful to do?
Right? Yeah, it says Olympics 2012, NBC criticized for interrupting closing ceremony to preview animal practice. Yeah, you're watching some show, and I mean, we're not even talking about the closing ceremony of the Olympics. You're just watching a show, and all of a sudden they promoting another show, and you're like, hey, I can't see the show I'm watching.
Yeah, it's scrolling across the bottom. You know, watch this. This is something you want to see. So, Hollywood, would you say Hollywood when you consider television, Hollywood?
Well, television's on both coasts.
Right.
I mean, all the studios are Rockefeller Center and Times Square and stuff in New York, so.
Okay, so let's just say television, period.
So it says here, surprise viewers also took the network to task for editing out parts of the ceremony, including performance by Muse and Ray Davies of the Kinks. Some Olympic fans found yet another reason to be unhappy with NBC on Sunday night. The network edited out parts of the closing ceremony, including performances by Muse's Matt Bellamy, Ray Davies of the Kinks, and a second song by George Michael. And then at 11 p.m. abruptly cut away to show a preview of the new comedy Animal Practice. Before the commercial break, announcer Bob Costas told viewers, "That concludes the closing ceremony. We'll be back to wrap things up after this." After the break, he then revealed that the remainder of the ceremony, which the network billed as a closing party, would actually air an hour later, following a sneak preview of Animal Practice and local news. Oh boy. So this is brought to us by the Hollywood Reporter on the Citizen Report. This is ISP News. I'm Scarlett Smith, here with Cliff Notes.
That was the news. Got anything else?
Oh yes, there's a whole thing here. The Citizen Report, a compilation of articles submitted through the Twitter machine, so to speak. The Citizen Report, brought to you by the Internet Social Press, ISP News. Let's check out what's happening in technology today. That's always entertaining. Geolocation changes Google keyword ranking 69% of time, report Search Engine Watch. 69% of cases where a company's website ranks in the top 30 on Google for one location, it doesn't rank for all that keyword doesn't rank for that keyword across all other locations, according to a new report from LinkDex. That's a tricky thing, getting yourself on the top of the search engines through search engine optimization. So if you're interested in finding out how that works, how geolocation, you could go to searchenginewatch.com and read about that. That was brought to us by Miranda Miller of Search Engine Watch on the Citizen Report. I'm Scarlett Smith here with Cliff Notes. This is the Internet Social Press, ISP News, bringing you the Citizen Report. This is a new Twitter follower of Internet Social Press ISP News. It's Bowden to Bowden. They're I believe they do marketing. Let's see what they have to say today. This is Internet Social Press. I'm Scarlett Smith here with Cliff Notes. So it says, I didn't tell you that. After recently attending a few events associated with a market segment, Bowden to Bowden dabble in often. It gives me some pleasure to sit down and reflect about conversations I have had over the last several years. I like to think of myself as a forward thinker, always looking to the newest and brightest gadget, talent, initiative, etc. My brain is always churning and peeking outside the box for excitement to ignite a brand. I love change. I love studying human behavior. When new media, social, started to penetrate the corporate marketing and public relations department at many mid to large companies, it was dismissed as a fad, but I thought not. Immersing myself in the various channels and trying to learn the mechanics of how they can work, and applying the proper one with the proper brand or client. It was fun. It was fun, but often frustrating when revisiting with potential clients from just a few years ago. Anyway, so this is Bowden to Bowden. They do marketing. So you can find them on the Citizen Report. They're a Twitter follower. So check them out.
Anybody in business knows you need marketing.